One Piece Chapter 1074 Full summary spoilers begin by reaffirming the issue's title of Mark III, featuring yet another Mads-focused cover story. This time, fans see Queen, Vince Smoke Judge, and Caesar Clown fighting amongst each other, with Dr. Vegapunk being noticeably absent from the equation. The chapter begins with a focus on the rank-and-file CP0 agents who stayed in the Fabriaface area of Egghead Island. They are being attacked by 50 Mark III Pacifista, hence the issue's title. The new models have sunglasses, each wearing different uniforms and being able to use a slime-like shield developed by Dr. Vegapunk called a bubble shield. The issue then reveals that Sentomaru is responsible for releasing the Mark III Pacifistas, ordering them to assist Dr. Vegapunk in escaping Egghead with the Straw Hat crew. One Piece Chapter 1074 then sees Stussy arrive where Dr. Vegapunk and the other Straw Hats are with the four Seraphim, Luxie, and Kaku in tow, the lattermost two of whom are still unconscious. The issue then sees the group decide to search for the real Dr. Vegapunk separately, with Luffy and Zoro deciding to stay behind while Sanji hilariously asks to search with Stussy. Luffy explains he's tired after his running and fighting and after having broken his special boots, making their flight capabilities unusable. Meanwhile, Zoro is asked to stay behind because the others don't want him to get lost in the lab. The two stay behind in the control room where the other Straw Hats and the Vegapunk satellites were previously gathered. The two of them will also be responsible for guarding the still unconscious Luxie and Kaku. One Piece Chapter 1074 then shifts focus to Jewelry Bonnie, who is seen in some sort of memory world that looks like a grass field. Dr. Vegapunk is not seen with Bonnie, suggesting that his physical form and mental state are still somewhere on Egghead Island. Bonnie sees, in the distance, the shadow of a castle and some celestial dragons. She then sees a young Bartholomew Kuma being abused by some people, with the full summary spoilers specifying that his abusers are no celestial dragons. His abusers force Kuma to return somewhere, or some people he knows will be killed. This could hint at how he became the tyrant of the Sorbet Kingdom in the first place, although this is purely speculative. One Piece Chapter 1074 then returns to the lab stratum of Egghead Island, where Pythagoras Edison is seen searching for the real Dr. Vegapunk. He suddenly turns around, sensing something behind him, but the part of the building where Pythagoras is explodes as he tries to see what he sensed behind him. It's then announced that the Frontier Dome barriers are down again, with the Vegapunk satellites unable to close them back up. Shaka is trying to fix the problem earnestly, explaining that if they try to go out now, the CP0 fodder agents can shoot them. The issue then cuts to outside Egghead Island, where the World Economy newspaper's ship is seen flying in the skies around the island. One Piece Chapter 1074 then reveals Vivi Nefertari to be inside, along with Big News Morgans, who owns the World Economy newspaper, and Warple of Drum Kingdom. The spoilers specify that Warple is not with his wife, Cinderella, whom fans were first introduced to during his reappearance in the Reverie arc. Furthermore, Warple is allegedly hiding from the world government, just like Vivi is. He even tells her to keep her voice down since there might be world government listening devices hidden somewhere on the ship. Morgans, meanwhile, is thinking up a headline for his paper after hearing that Luffy is on Egghead Island. Morgans settles on the headline. Yonkou Straw Hat Luffy took Vegapunk as hostage, took over Egghead Island, and is about to start a war against the Marines. He exclaims how the world government will love this headline, telling his staff to go collect some money from them for a reason which isn't specified here. Vivi interrupts Morgans and claims that Luffy would never do such a thing. However, he retorts that she has no right to tell him how to do his job since she was crying until yesterday, likely implying that Vivi has been an emotional mess over the Reverie's events until recently. This is understandable, as her father was tragically assassinated in the madness that was the most recent Reverie. Nevertheless, Morgans continues, saying he's the only one who can shake this world as a reporter and owner of the World Economy newspaper. He then exclaims that it doesn't matter if what he prints is the truth or a lie, since the newspaper is simply entertainment. One Piece chapter 1074 ends here. No break next week.